Hello and welcome to EdQuest. This is day 25 of our RBI Grade B daily quiz. In this issue, we will discuss 5 questions on current issues. That will be week 3 of June 2020. So let us see first question. So first question is on a passage, and this there are 2 questions followed by this passage. Passage is to offer immediate employment opportunities to migrant workers who have returned to their villages because of the lockdown. So sorry, there is like a couple of words. The scheme offers immediate employment opportunities to migrant workers who have returned to their villages because of the COVID-19 lockdown. Out of the estimated 1 crore, so there is following line after the passage. So there is one question. Question asks which scheme has been mentioned in the above passage, and options given are प्रवासी भारतीय योजना, प्रवासी श्रमिक कल्याण योजना, प्रवासी श्रमिक रोजगार योजना, गरीब कल्याण रोजगार योजना, and गरीब प्रवासी रोजगार योजना. So correct answer is गरीब कल्याण रोजगार योजना. This scheme was recently launched in the month of June for giving employment to all those returning migrant workers. So rest of the schemes are just totally made out of nowhere. So there are no schemes with all those names. Perfect name for the scheme is Garib Kalyan Rozgar Yojana. So let us move to another question based on the same passage. Another question asks the scheme mentioned in the passage will be implemented in dash districts. There are like 5 options for 114, 115, 116, 117 and 118. So the scheme will be implemented in 116 districts. So this is important point that there will be 116 districts. Another important point would be this scheme is being implemented in 6 states. And which are these 6 states? 6 states are Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha and Madhya Pradesh. One more important point about this scheme is that this scheme there will be like outlay of rupees 50,000 crore. Not exactly outlay, but what government is saying that government will carry out works of around 50,000 crore through this particular scheme, and there will be like 25 current government programs would be implemented through this scheme. So kindly note these all important points, and most important points are in how many number of districts this scheme is being implemented, then states, and which state. So it may ask that which of the following is not a state where this particular scheme is not being implemented. So accordingly you have to answer. So I hope I have like sufficiently covered this particular issue. I move to next question. Next question is which of the following is the first Indian firm to reach the 11 trillion market capital. So this was recently in news, and options are Tata Consultancy Services, Reliance Industries Limited, Maruti Suzuki India Limited, HDFC Bank and Infosys. So answer to this is Reliance Industries Limited. So this is fairly again simple question. Let us move to next question. Next question is which of the following acts as a nodal department for the implementation of PM Vanadhan Yojana, and options are Ministry of Tribal Affairs, TriFed, State Forest Department, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, and none of these. So let us understand what this Vanadhana Yojana is and why answer is Ministry of Tribal Affairs. And then we will also see like many people have marked as TriFed. So we will see what is nodal department and what is nodal agency. So PM Vanadhana Yojana is a scheme for giving minimum support price to minor forest producers, right? So they are largely tribal. This scheme is functioning in largely tribal areas, and these are the only areas where population or people from those particular areas collect minor forest produce and they sell it to concerned agencies. So for that particular product or those particular products which are being covered under this scheme, those are minor forest produce, government provides a minimum support price, and for that this scheme is being implemented. So for Vanadhani Yojana, nodal department is Ministry of Tribal Affairs, and not just because it says one, the answer is not Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. The answer is Ministry of Tribal Affairs. But another important point which has to be mentioned here is that nodal agency is TriFed. Nodal department is Tribal Affairs Ministry and nodal agency is TriFed. So what is the difference between nodal agency and nodal department? So when it comes to nodal department generally makes rules or frame guidelines, right? And when it comes to nodal agency acts as a implementation agency or an observation agency towards those particular aspects. So always remember, for PM Vandhan Yojana, nodal department or nodal ministry. So if ministry is asked, answer is Ministry of Tribal Affairs, and you won't get confused between department and ministry. But whenever it is asked about department, the answer is Ministry of Tribal Affairs, and when it is asked about nodal agency, it is TriFed. So let us move to next question. Again, next question, very easy question from current issues again. As per Asian Development Outlook, Indian economy will contract by dash in the current financial year. So Asian Development Outlook projects that Indian economy would be contracting by 4%. So this is again simple question, and Asian Development Outlook is given by Asian Development Bank, ADB. So with this I have answered all the 5 questions. I hope you have liked whatever we have discussed, and if you have liked it, kindly like, share and subscribe. Thank you.